it kind of have revealed many things that so many things that have been happening before that people we don't know, we don't hear about it. But today, you cannot tell me that all those kind of things you cannot have grip on them now before you can talk anything on national television or national radio for people to just believe you. No.
May I say something? As I said, have you ever been sexually harassed, sir?
No.
Exactly. So, and I am a woman. I have been sexually harassed more than once, more than twice, more than three times. And I'm also something of an expert on that thing because I also work in it. And I am saying to you right now, that it's not about whether you believe her. I am saying to you that by the sheer nature of sexual harassment, it is random, it is unexpected. So unless it is explicitly stated in a WhatsApp message, in an email, it is one of the hardest things to prove. That's just fact. So when you say this phone, she was not obviously about to start recording. She probably just went there to say, sir, dabba 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 da, and he says dabba dabba da.
It's not once. It happened in his house. The second time, she had to have it in mind that this man will do the same thing, or she play along to get what you really want. If it's not in her own mind too, she had to play along.
So if it was in her own mind, do you think? So if it was in her own mind, why then has he? According to her, has he been harassing her? If it was in her own mind, clearly it wasn't. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a problem right now.
Okay, why did he report? Why did he report this and all this while? Waiting for the time.
Report it to whom? Report. Hold on.
To be up.
I need to go because you and I have spent quite a bit. Report it to whom?
Or like I said,
report it to whom? No, hold
now.
on, sir. Report it to whom?
To management, to Nigerians. Let him
so you wanted her to come, right?
Because she's with her evidence.
I see.
Let me go to podcast and say it out.
She should go on a podcast.
Investigation will start.
Right. Thank you. Thanks for calling, sir. Hello.
Good afternoon, Cecile again.
Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Oboli. Apparently, Natasha should have gone on to a podcast.
Cecile again. I'd want to beg some men when they call that you shouldn't come on air to insult the sensibility of the women when you're speaking. As much as I love the angle of getting an evidence, but this is not sexual assault. Maybe if it were that, we would be thinking of that.
Yeah, if it's rape, then you can have, of course, you have evidence.
Exactly.
You have medical evidence.
Sexual harassment. So let's separate the two.
Yeah.
I have been keenly following this story since it broke. Others have called her different kinds of names, maybe reports. Now, is it the same man that just called last now that he will report to and he will say she was trying to frame him if not that she had something in mind? He who must allege with proof. So I would fault Senator Natasha on one hand a bit, but now you can't fault her because this happened spontaneity, you know what I'm saying? Spontaneously, so you cannot really fault her that much because this is not a sexual assault like we've established. Now, some are even calling her out. I've been on Twitter, I've been gathering information left and right. Some said that was how she harassed or accused Renan Mokri in 2021. Do you know the trauma a woman goes through when she's sexually, emotionally harassed one way or the other? My story is not today. Exactly. You want to go and look for work, and the person will tell you, I want to lay you before I give you a job. Even when you are qualified for it. When the men are out there in that safe space, it's easy for them to compete, but the women have to work their bones, work their asses off just to get that choice position. I beg to differ when you tell me that these things don't happen, because it does. Let me put this in perspective before I drop so that other people can call in.
Please.
As far as this investigation is concerned, Senator Akpabio should be off that seat by now, pending when investigations will be concluded. You can't be a judge and jury in your own case. As far as I'm concerned, he should be off that seat till everything is concluded. That is what should be done in Senate climes. But Nigeria being what it is, he shouldn't even be touching that place now or sitting on that chair. He should be off that place till this is all over, and you are still there. Acting as senator of which republic of what Nigeria? No. He should be up there till this thing is over.
Thank you very much.
If she's saying the truth, if she's saying lies, when everything is over, we will know who is speaking truth or lies.
Mrs. Oboli.
Don't put this under the carpet. No.
Yes,
justice for whoever. For him, I am for him. I am for her as well. But justice should prevail.
Mrs. Oboli, could you call us back? Mrs. Oboli, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please call back, and it will be great for you to please share your experience with us. We have time. Honestly, please call back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello? Hello,
good afternoon, Sisioge.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mr. Femi from Legushi.
Okay, Mr. Femi, we're back. We've got like 50 seconds left before the advert.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me rush over you. Sisioge, see, the lady, if I were to be that lady, I would have just kept quiet for now. I wouldn't have even raised the alarm.
Why?
Then I find in a way whereby this thing will happen that I will have a recorded concrete evidence to nail, to just strike once and know that I don't miss. Let me tell you, nobody should come out and say, do you know sexual harassment happens everywhere, even in this our own market. Market here at Lekki here, yes. This is market at this palace side. You will see some men who will be standing. Where they stand, when the woman passes, you will see them shifting their body towards their chest. You understand? They use tie to harass a woman. You understand? It happens. I have seen with my eyes. And I told the lady, why don't you slap this guy?
You are listening to your number one station.
Sorry, sir. Yes, we've got... Please hold on. We've got to go to a quick ad. Okay. 1 second. Oh.
Now for this country, everything just cash, even cash.
KC, I don't define you for shops this morning. Why you did this kind of queue?
Jojo, now cash I want collect since morning.
Cash? Why?
I know one waiting happen for 1672 happen again. Today, I must collect correct naira note for hand.
KC, cash day everywhere for bank, ATM, POS agent, and if you want run and cashlessly, you fit use mobile app, internet banking, ATM, POS, USSD, QR code, and other options them.
Jojo, you sure?
I beg you, make we dey go. Your customers they shop they wait for you. See, the cash where you define for Sokoto, is there for your Sokoto. You understand? Country people, money na money. Spend them, collect them, no hold them, no panic. Cash day everywhere. This message now from Bankers Committee.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined point. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. From one player, don't turn to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. I want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347*880*3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347*880*3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Welcome back to Danfo Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. Let's talk. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What's your name? Where you calling from, please? Pardon?
Yeah, Samuel on the line, from Bega.
Emmanuel, did you say?
Okay. Yes.
Go ahead.
Bega. You see, concerning this particular case of that Natasha, well, in as much as, of course, I'm not a supporter of any sexually inclined harassment, intimidation, and all that, what have you. But I think to me, the timing of our convention now it's
not a confession. She was testifying to her experience. Not a confession.
Yes, even whatever name it.
Well, it's important. You say in these things, it's important.
Fine. Okay, fine. But that timing, that's where I have an issue.
Okay, tell me why.
Other callers have been saying, when things happen like this, like now, if this had happened on a natural ground of phenomena.
What do you mean?
Nobody could have, it could have been, yes, what I mean is that there have been an issue, predated this statement. And this thing that happened, if not that she came to national TV saying all these things.
Oh, the line's cut off.
In the back.
Oh, okay, I can hear you now. Sorry. The line keeps cutting off.
So nobody.
Sorry.
Yes, but nobody could have known. Nobody could have known what had gone wrong. Gone under in the backyard. Right?
So I don't understand. I need you to wrap up. The lines are crazy. I've got WhatsApp. So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that now placing this one as a forefront of evidence, as to what happened or propel what happened between herself and Senator Akpabio at the upper chamber the last time. To me, the time was not, was hot for me. She could have come out that time. This is not the first time she has claimed, and this is not the second time. So what has she been looking at? If not that she also has a propensity of sexual intimidation or what have you.
What is your name again? Sorry.
Let us know.
I need you need me to let you know what?
Yeah, this is Samuel.
Yes, Samuel. What do you need me to let you know?
Explain, yes.
Explain what?
Yes, I want you to explain to us what is the difference between sexual harassment and sexual intimidation. Thank you very much.
What? There is no difference. What are you talking about? Gosh. Men, I get it. I get it, but please, let's not do this. Let's not do this. The difference between sexual harassment and sexual intimidation, there is no difference. There is no difference. And again, I put it to you, men, M-E-N. Yes, it is we women that give birth to male and female. So, yes, men. I gave birth to one. Let me say, you're allowed to your opinion. But you see all these things, why didn't she say before? I'm going to say something. I want those of you who are really courageous enough, ask your wife. Ha! Now I'm putting you on the chair. Ask your wife. Ask your girlfriend. Ask your daughter. Ask the woman who is closest to you, your best friend female, if she has ever experienced sexual harassment. Ask her. And ask her if she reported, if she even said anything. And even if she did, what was the outcome? This might be one of those ones where you all need to listen. But hey, I want to call from everybody. We're going jiggy jaga jiggy. And this Danfo collects everybody. Let's talk. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ma. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mazi.
Mazi, go ahead.
Shoga, I agree with Natasha. If you look at Abio,
yeah,
his character is dirty in everything he's doing.
Why do you say that?
I'm just telling you. Every time
allegedly
women always fighting. He and women always fighting before he had somebody as Easy Joy before. So for me, simple and short, let Akpabio resign as number 3 of Nigeria. Okay. Let him resign for now.
Okay.
What are this allegation is pure truth. There's nothing there because men are doing what all the things you are saying. Men are doing it. We don't need to deny it. We are the men. We do it.
Thank you.
So anybody that is claiming anything or saying Abakaja is not saying the truth. It's not a lie. Because even the biggest ones, I know many big ones before like that. That's in government. That is what they love so much. What are you talking about?
Thank you very much.
Can somebody come and say Nakacha is not saying the truth, or Nakacha would have said it? If you think it's something, come on.
Thank you very much, sir.
Like that. I'm Natasha, man.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Sisoga, I agree to a long time. This is Obi calling from Ikeja.
I greet you too, Obi, my brother. How are you?
I'm okay, Sisoga. And you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Sisoga, I want to laugh. Sisoga, you know you're a beautiful woman.
Am I?
If I want to know you better, won't I come close and be humble to know you better? If Fabio loves Natasha and Natasha is looking too beautiful, does he not have approach to Natasha?
No, he doesn't.
To Natasha,
are you asking me? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Obi, my brother, let me educate you on something. You can look at this woman called Cecilia and you can think she's all beautiful, and you can think, I want to date that woman. Heck, you can even think this is the one I want to marry. How am I going to convince her? But you know what you cannot do? What you cannot do is harass me at work. What you cannot do, no, harass. It's called sexual harassment. What you cannot do, what you cannot do is harass me at work, number one. What you also cannot do is to be holding my hands. You see, it's called indecent proposal. That's actually how sexual harassment works. So it's not a case of you come to me, Obi, and you say, oh, Sissy, okay, you're a beautiful woman. Would you mind if I take you to dinner? Do you get? It's different.
Exactly. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, but that's not what he did.
I know. He said, I'm being a little bit comical, so that you know, Nigerian matter is becoming. If you don't take time, you have mental disorder. My sister. What I'm trying to say, 99.9% of men do this knowingly and unknowingly. Those people, most men don't even know when they do it.
Thank you. That's a truth.
It looks like a normal thing because I have mother, I have sisters, I have daughters. Because if you support all these things, it will also come to them one day. You know, men do it, they don't know when they do it, and they think it's direct. But this is not the first time he's been accused. Look at that woman, that NDDC woman.
Yes, correct.
If you could remember.
Yes,
this is not the first. There's other 3 women. When there was made a Senate president, I told people what they're going to see, apart from his negative sense of humor, but you cannot understand him. He doesn't take anything serious. I told people they thought I hate. I know because I've been close to him. I've seen him in many forums. The way he behaves. Natasha should go ahead and make a point so that most of these our big boys, the elite men, they will understand what is happening in this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. God bless you, Obi. Right. Hello.
Sister, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Kingsley from Ikredu.
Go ahead, Kingsley.
My sister, you are doing a good job.
I try, thank you.
Now, I think this is one of the hardest jobs so far. I love the way you are, Ribra.
Thank you.
So you are not siding any of them, but you just want equity and the normal thing to be done.
Yes, go ahead.
I love the stand from Mrs. Sobori, but I think she's taking it so personal forward to say. But the truth is this. If you look at the coincidence, what Natasha is saying now, then coupled with what happened between 1 week now and the issue of this confection, she's testifying as according to what you said. So I think I am not in support of what she's saying now. Had it been that she kept quiet, gathered the whole evidences and signs from this our young man, because I don't know what our Senate is teaching us. From the day one of your mic down to this day, I never crossed that man for 1 day.
I forgot off your mic. I actually forgot. Yes,
we are not laughing, but I don't know how we get to this level. If you are telling the whole youth this kind of character, then what do you expect tomorrow to tell us about Nigerians? Even if you are not doing something like this, then there are some approach you made as a leader. That post he occupied is very sensitive. There are some approach you don't need to make. Natasha is a good woman. Look at what he did to the governor of, I think the governor of Kogi or so. Yes, look at that woman. That woman can never even come out one day and begin to open her mouth to mention any kind of thing like that. But she could have, because people will be comparing what happened and this statement now. And they thought that they just want to malign the speaker. The
apparently.
Senate president.
That's what some have said.
So, but have we ever sit down and they check whether what she's saying is the truth or not? Because I'm not supporting any of them now, but for me, that woman can never open her mouth and begin to say this rubbish because she want to manage. But what we have done is that if it is me, I know what you are saying about sexual harassment. It's not easy. There are things they will do for you. Even if you for come out to say it, you will be thinking, how would I say this? What people will think, and this and that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, but I love the courage you have to say so now. But let's investigation continue because all of them are alleged now.
Thank you.
Oh, good job, my sister. Just keep your regular way.
I will. Thank you so much. I'll be right back after this.
With interviews that matter.
Trust your number one talk station to have you covered.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a good time to remind you that Fan Battle is back. Yes, for the 4th edition. And it is back and bigger than ever. 32 of Lagos's finest football fans, the most passionate, the most knowledgeable, very, very important because this is going to be a fight of words, a war of words, and you will win by intellect and logic alone, and no other way. You're not going to be making fisticuffs. Now, all you have to do to register for Fan Battle 4 is go to the website at nigeriainfo.fm. Yes, at nigeriainfo.fm. Go there, fill the form. Of course, you are going to see a banner that has Fan Battle 4 displayed on it. Click on it and fill the mini form that comes thereof. Then upload a video of you talking about any football topic of your choice for 60 seconds or less. Do this, and of course, submit it on the website, and just like that, the battle would have begun for you. Now remember, Fan Battle is brought to you by Femi and the gang in collaboration with Sports Salon. The prize here for the big prize winner, that is the number one person from this competition, the person who is going to be named champion, is 1 million naira. Just so you know what you are going to be up for and what you may be up against. Make sure you are doing the thing. Go and register at www.nigeriainfo.fm, and may the odds be in your favor thereof. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a good time to also remind you that One Play is still in the business of putting money in people's pockets. Yes, star 347 star 880 star 3#, or you could go to the website at www.oneplay.ng to get the thing done. Now, each ticket is going to cost you 500 naira. You can play as many as 10 times. You can play as little as once. Now, throughout today, jackpots are going to be jackpotting. Yes, earlier on a jackpot happened for 50k on What's Up Lagos. It will be happening later on in the day on Game On this evening, and you could be one in the number. It's not too late to be part of those who gets to go away with a story of their own for the weekend and for the rest of the week, what is left of the week. Make sure you are playing the game, star 347 star 880 star 3#, or www.oneplay.ng. Now, do note that OnePlay is a registered trademark of Lasho Trading Services, licensed by the Lagos State Lottery and Gaming Commission. Keep playing and keep on winning. Of course, the more you play, the more you win. That has been our logic, and that will be our logic for the rest of time until we stop doing OnePlay, and that's not anytime soon. So keep playing and keep winning.
Talk that matters to you.
When you marry, you don't cheat.
The most common drug that damages the liver is paracetamol, what we call acetaminophen. People think that paracetamol is just paracetamol. I can take paracetamol. No.
Do you know I've been monitoring elections since 1999? Rigging of elections takes place not at the polling unit, but at the collation center.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. Let's talk. We don't have much time. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. You have to look here. I suspected this was going to be a topic, and I'm happy it is your topic.
Oh, it couldn't be any other topic. It had to be this
definitely. One. Number one, let me praise the courage of Natasha. That woman is a great woman.
Why'd you say that?
I believe everything she said.
Mm-hmm.
I believe everything she said. I am a man myself, and I've seen people like that character she painted about Akpabio do their businesses before. In a work environment, the way they victimize, their pray, the way they go about it, anything they did, they always go after them. And look at the conversation that happened in the National Assembly last week. Anybody who is a wise person would know that Akpabio was after something. What could have brought about that kind of shouting match? That woman was in bondage before that time, before the outburst, because she was looking for every way to free herself from the bondage of Akpabio. That is the truth. Everything she said is true. Remember the woman in NDDC? That woman even went ahead and said she slapped Akpabio. Look at Ireti. Ireti Kingibe as well, your namesake, and many more people. And I want a Me Too movement in Nigeria to come out. If you have been abused, harassed, assaulted by Akpabio before, come out and say it.
So what would we call that Me Too movement? Akpabio Me Too?
Me Too, yes.
Or Me Too?
And I disagree with the other woman who said 99% of men do that. How do you touch anyone, even your own daughter or your sister? You don't touch anybody just anyhow. It's rubbish. It's bad behavior. It's bad behavior. If you want a woman, go after her, talk to her. If she says no, then go after someone else.
No, thank you.
Why would you be using the office that's supposed to be a sanctuary of sorts to be abusing and disturbing people? When the spokesperson of the Senate last week said this is not a show, I said these people are very, very irresponsible. He said the Senate is not a showbiz. A fellow senator like you, because it's a younger person or she's a woman, is that the reason why you should talk to her like that? That this is not a showbiz. You are at a nice party, because this is a nightclub. That is nonsense. Everybody who have been assaulted before by Akpabio, let them come out and say it. I believe everything Natasha said. Akpabio is not a responsible man. A randy senator. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, let me read your messages. Oh dear. Let me read your messages. They're piling up, and forgive me if I have missed. Right, hello, Cecilia. Good afternoon. You're doing a great job, and sexual harassment is a serious matter. To me, Senator Akpoti Uduaghan should prove these allegations beyond media outcry. The secrecy on the outcry. What do you mean by secrecy? Senator Akpabio Uduaghan must prove this allegation from Eniola Ajayi. Eniola, how do you prove sexual harassment? The next person, everybody that's going to write to me, I need you to tell me how you prove sexual harassment. Right, what's the next one? Somebody sending a prayer. This one. Good afternoon. My name is not the presenter. I'm doing you a favor by reading this. You can call me Ireti, you can call me Miss Ireti, you can call me Sisi, you can call me Sisi, okay? Do not call me auntie, and I'm certainly nobody's mommy apart from my sons. And you will not next time refer to me as the presenter. No, that's just lazy. We don't do that on Danfo. If this allegation was true, it's very shameful and disgraceful to the face of our legislative human chambers. No smoke without fire. Yakubu Ngolongolo fashion Lekki. Okay. Right, what have I got here? Good afternoon, Cecilia. On Natasha Akpoti's matter, I think some callers that had called so far in a hurry to conclude that the former should come up with verifiable evidence to prove the sexual harassment. For me, I think this might be a hasty conclusion, as you can see, while during the interview was going on, that she was showing us some evidence of some of the phone call exchanged between the two of them. She might have some other evidence up her sleeve that she will release at some time as time goes on. That's from Larry. Thank you, Larry. Down for conversations, he said, okay, anyone defending Akpabio is just being mischievous. The man is Randy, allegedly. This is not the first time this man has been accused of sexual harassment. Very true. Natasha is not just making this up. Some people blaming Natasha for not reporting earlier what of the harassment that goes on in workplaces and religious houses. We need to be truthful, Jerry. That's from Joy. Thank you, Joy. What else have I got here? Hello, Sister. As per the Akpabio Natasha imbroglio, I see two angles to this. First, there's the private angle to it with respect to two people handling their personal affairs and conduct while married or not. For this, I would say nothing because I realize say nobody only pass. And then there's the angle of sexual harassment and sexual intimidation with the use of office. While the latter is a subset of the former, they can both occur in a scenario in public office by public office holders. Sexual intimidation is sexual harassment. It's just you are being harassed. In this case, it would appear the man can be found culpable. Why? Are you a judge? Anyway, let me continue. However, the burden of proof is entirely on she who is alleging. This said, I do not want us to be too quick to run into preliminary conclusions as the situation is still unfolding. I therefore plead caution for now. Mike Ileki, but like Mike Ileki, you're the same person that wrote, what is it you wrote now, that this person is found. In this case, it would appear the man can be found culpable. You're the same person that wrote that now. And then you're saying we shouldn't jump to conclusion. What do you call Mike? Come on now. Good afternoon, Sisege. My name is Mauton from Ikoyi. I want us to go back to July 13th, 2020. The cable reported that former acting managing director of Niger Delta Development Commission, Joy Nune, slapped Akpabio for alleged sexual harassment. She was even on Arise TV to accuse Akpabio. How was the matter concluded? We need strong institutions in Nigeria if we really want a better society. Thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to say that. And that is a message to all of you people that said, why didn't she report? Why didn't she go on podcast? Why didn't she tell Nigerians? See, Joy, do you think it's a small thing to be the MD of NDDC? Yet, she came out. She came out on Arise. It was all over the news. She said the same thing. What happened? Go. Nothing. That's what. Thank you for that. Now, good afternoon, Sergey. This is Joseph from Ijede. I watched the interview on Arise. Honestly, I wait for my country. That a man like Akpabio, who has been allegedly indicted of sexual harassment, is the number 3 man in our country. Well, he hasn't been indicted yet. He's been accused. From inception, I have never liked that man. His utterances have always been insulting, demeaning and arrogant. As one of your callers will say, we all are in for it. Sisoke Emmanuel from Ajak, Akpabio has sexually harassed Dr. Joy Nene, yes, in 2020 before, and she slapped him for that, and I'm very sure he is still capable of doing that up till now, and he needs to stop. Right, good afternoon, I'm Adeola Adewale from Shagamu. I called her Margaret Thatcher because she's a woman of integrity, fairness and honesty. I don't believe she's framing this. Her people trust her, and for her to be in that position and still married, she is a no-nonsense woman. Let our Senate President step aside for necessary information. If he suspended that woman unjustly, there will be problems in that Senate chamber. Well, he hasn't suspended her yet. They're doing investigation. What have I got here? I'm coming to your calls after these people. Get ready. Good afternoon, Sister. I'm listening to you and enjoying your Akpabio. Akpabio Lewinsky conversation with a plate of delicious, tasty rice, and a cup of red wine. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you too that it's Friday. But unfortunately, it is also important that we remember at this moment that what has happened, all that Natasha said today, all that we are just talking about right now is actually triggering for a lot of women. And what I mean by that is it will take them back to a place where they had their own experience. Nobody listened to them. They couldn't report. Heck, some of us don't even have husbands to protect us or husbands to report to that will keep us feeling, baby, I'm on your side. So what do? You cry it. You talk to your friends. You talk to your sisters. If you speak it out, they'll call you a liar. Like the woman I said about earlier. They'll tell you he's a pastor. It's impossible. And some people have said sexual harassment goes on in churches as well. Right? So, yeah, we've got to keep that. I want you all to keep that in mind, by the way. Before I come back after the break, is that there are lots of women like Mrs. Oboli, and yes, women will get emotional. You heard Mrs. Oboli said, if I tell you my story, we will not live here. I do hope she will call back to tell us her story, and I hope we're going to be able to pick up her call, because we pick up the calls randomly. We don't know who is calling. All right, so think about that. Just keep that in mind. A lot of people are being triggered. I was triggered this morning by what I heard. And like I said, many women have been calling me before I came here. I was even shocked that I made it on time because I thought I'd be late. We'll be right back, right? After this, and I'll be answering your calls.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more. Register now and take your stand. Your time to shine is now at hand.
Registration is ongoing on www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
This is Danfo Conversations with Ireti Bakare.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. Let's talk. 1 minute each. Everybody is called. Hello. It's no you lose. Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. This is one.
Good afternoon, merchantman. How are you?
I'm fine. I said if you didn't pick this call now, I would just switch to other things I've been doing.
Okay, go ahead.
Calling like ages and Tisoge is not picking my call.
Sorry, I don't know who's calling, but it's been really busy. The calls are crazy. Go. We don't have time.
It's not your fault, my wonderful sister.
Thank you.
The truth is, Oge from Ikeja, I think, what was his name from Ikeja that actually made a submission I like. Any other person who had spoken had actually spoken well. But the truth is, I think the reason some callers were saying she should have provided a proof. Nobody is actually disputing the fact that what that man did, he must actually have done it. It is because these people, we need clear evidence to see at least a reason to nail them. These people, we need something to put rope on their neck and drag them out. If only this woman was able, because once an abuser, once a molester is always a molester. And I believe he wouldn't have done it once, twice, or thrice. In as much as he has been doing this, somebody well placed like Natasha would have had this opportunity and exposed enough to have something like a body cam, to have collected enough evidence that would have been used to floor everywhere in the internet, so that this man will be, if we live in a Senate country by now, I don't think he would be in that seat to be aiding and abetting in their own corruption. So my own angle is maybe any other person who wants to judge her now will see it from the angle of vendetta, that maybe it is as a result of what is going on that she just come out to begin to talk, that she should have provided some amount of evidence, which would have been a reason to show Nigeria that what you are making out of your claim is of validity. But all the same, we will see how it's all gonna end, because he who goes to equity must go with clean hands. And I believe, in as much as he's starting from the angle of equity and the innocence, no matter how it goes, that man, off your mic, one day all of them will be brought to go. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think I can answer a call. I've got 31 seconds. No, I can't. I'll try and read a message if possible. I'll be back to your calls. Good afternoon, Cecilia. Akpabio has been doing this. This is not the first time. He did it to the ex-NDDC lady. He received a slap of his life. He knows the kind of women he can do that to. Not Port Harcourt lady. He should just step down, Jerry. I'll be right back after this quick break.
Talk that matters to you.
Not many can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way. You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you back before that monkey swallowed billions of naira. This one now, Scorpion will soon swallow billions.
Then my landlord give me this notice because I decide to go and vote my opponent.
Is it Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it upside down?
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, here's a summary of what's happening at this time. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment, while Senate President Godswill Akpabio denies the allegation. In Lagos, 35 lawmakers of the Lagos State House of Assembly have reiterated their support for Speaker Mojisola Meranda. Lagos State Police Command distances itself from the ongoing tussle at the House of Assembly, while the Supreme Court has halted allocations to Rivers State until an appropriation law is duly enacted. President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria's telecom sector is undergoing a major shakeup, with new regulations aligning with global best practices and enhanced infrastructure protection. While former presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Adewale Adebayo, has urged the Nigerian government to follow due process in handling the case against digital currency platform Binance. Egyptian officials say negotiations between Israel and Hamas on the next phase of the Gaza ceasefire have begun in Cairo, ahead of Saturday's expiration of the truce's first phase. And U.S. President Donald Trump says a trade deal between the United States and the United Kingdom could happen very quickly, following his meeting with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. And that's a summary at this time, Lagos. You are listening to Danfo Conversations with Ireti Bakare-Yusuf on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Stay here.
Let us dive into the heart of global affairs.
We go beyond the headlines and into the real stories shaping our world.
Why pay him more than $200 million to have 1,000 Kenyan soldiers come to Haiti when we could use that money to train the police?
What you've done with your grief is actually to spread it and give it and turn it into the love.
This served Netanyahu because he didn't think Hamas would ever be a serious military threat.
Congo is a country with so much wealth. The people have been fighting to regain control.
From the corridors of power to the front lines of change, Borderline brings you in with analysis of the issues.
The U.S. has power over them. Most of them will steal money from Haiti and invest in the U.S.
Of people who support Sonko and Jumai, over half of them don't have a voter's card.
Sounds like Nigeria.
Join Ireti Bakare-Yusuf on Borderlines as she engages with policymakers and thought leaders,
giving you perspectives and insights you won't find anywhere else.
Be part of the conversation. Join us live.
Your voice matters on Borderlines as we explore the complexities.
Every Friday at 4 p.m.
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Stay informed, stay engaged.
Step into the conversation.
This is Danfo Conversations with Ireti Bakare.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. Gosh, the time flies very, very, very fast. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190, 0809-597-5805. You're all going to get, please make it short, sharp, succinct. Everybody's calling. Hello. Hello. Okay, you snooze, you lose. Hello.
Hello, Sitioge.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. What's your name and where you're calling
Good afternoon, the Lady of Steel. How's the weekend? Good.
Very well, thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, Emeka is my name from Supply Town.
Go ahead, Emeka.
You see, Natasha's confession for me, I think it's a little premature because I would have wanted
She didn't confess. She testified to her experience. Lagos, Nigeria. She did not confess. Gosh. Thank you. Go ahead.
Whatever you call it.
Well, no, it's not whatever we call it. It is correct.
It's premature for
It is
now
not premature. It is not premature. Please, I cannot do that.
Can you allow me to my opinion?
No. You can't say confession because she didn't confess to doing anything. She testified that something was done to her.
Okay, whatever she did, for me, it's premature.
No, it isn't.
She would have been able to. She would have to set a trap for this man. Be able to gather enough evidence, irrefutable evidence, to be able to nail him. Because we're dealing with somebody who's into serial harassment of females or women around him. The case of the NDDC boss has, a lot of people have referred to that in the past. Yes, he's not my fan. I've never liked him. For me, I believe he will go down in history as the worst female president we ever had. So for me, when you want to lay allegation on a very powerful person of this nature, because as you speak, in Senate clients, he's supposed to have stepped aside for an independent investigation to be carried out. And if he's found guilty, then let the law take its course. But as it stands now, still sitting in that position, he's going to use that position to obstruct the course of justice. So for me, Natasha, even the outburst that is on the floor of the Senate, I knew something was behind it. Because the continuous harassment of the woman, even the way he continues to, the way he talks down on her, I knew something was up. But I'm not going to hold brief for either of them. Let thorough investigation be done. In the meantime, let the Senate President step down.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Sisi.
Oh, Mrs. Oboli. Mrs. Oboli.
Ma, I'm with you, ma.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
Tell us.
I'm with you. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
So, let me just do this for those who are clamoring for evidence. Let me start by saying, I said in my initial submission that I understand the place of evidence. It would have gone a long way in this case. But if Akpabio is let go, if they allow him go scot-free on this one, knowing that there's a precept that has done
no,
this
it's
before.
no. You gave us your opinion. I said if you want to share your story.
Okay.
Yes.
I only wanted to say that before I now share my story.
Okay.
Now, for those who are saying evidence, I'll share too. Sisi Oge, I used to act with the likes of Tinamba, right? So there was this audition at the National Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And the man told me that if I was going to go for this particular one, he would have to lay me. That was the last time, Sisi Oge, I veered into secular acting. I began to do whatever I did in church. Now let's push that aside. My uncle introduced me to someone and said, whenever he's not around, I should go to meet this man. Now the man would always give me feeding money. And so whenever my uncle was around, he used to be a church person, a deacon, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Whenever my uncle was around, he said, okay, this man would just, do the needful as if he was caring and all that. Whenever my uncle was not around, his wife was not around, that is when he would tell me to come and collect money. I sensed foul play, but then I just looked at it that I needed money to eat. And he knows my uncle so well. They go to the same church. Now, I said to myself, I was going to get evidence so that my uncle would believe me. And I don't want to, because he would always say, why are you not going? The man is dead now. Why are you not going to this man's place whenever you need money? I said, I don't want to go. So I needed evidence. Since people are shouting evidence. CCOD, do you know that in trying to get an evidence, some women have eventually been raped, some have been molested in the process. In getting evidence, this man checked off on me at the end of the day. He didn't penetrate, but he sat me down on his leg and checked off on me before giving me that money.
Wow,
all because I needed evidence.
And you were how old?
He was in his 50s.
And you were how old?
I was just 20-something.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
I was just 20-something. So when you are saying evidence, I am saying, if they had taken up my case when I said it, this wouldn't have happened. If I had even gone back after that, he would have penetrated me. But I sat on his leg, and he had to jack off on me. And that, I still remember, because of this issue. I've gone past it, don't get me wrong. I've been married now. My marriage will be 20 years in December. But I'm saying, when you clamor for evidence, things would go down. Many water will go down under the bridge. And that woman will be hurt eventually.
Thank you very much.
That is what evidence will do to you. I couldn't get my evidence, or I eventually got it. But then,
at what expense? Yes. At what expense? Thank you.
Cost?
At what cost? Yes. Thank
you.
Thank you, Mrs. Oboli. Thank you so much for being courageous enough to share your story with us. I feel honored. I feel privileged. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad you're doing much better, and may you continue to go on stronger. Hello, let's talk. You have a minute. We don't have time. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Wanyoma, go ahead, Koboko, very quickly.
I support Natasha, because if he didn't take Agbabio to court, I would have taken him to court by myself, because I don't understand the meaning of here is not a nightclub last year. So the man has been saying so many things, because I know when you are angry with him, when you say we should sell our cars, and he has fleet of cars. So all this nonsense that they are downgrading and disgracing Nigeria system, which they want to represent us. Let us stop this nonsense and this bonkom and this ekik act. So I support Natasha. Let this one. Let us start. Let us start a step. Thank you very much. I'm still sending my account number to Kofi. I don't send that 2 times. I never see anything. But I attack Nigeria info and open and the one will give me one land. Heaven have opened.
Thank you.
After 4 years and 10 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Koboko. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hi, Cecilia.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Rapuchu is my name.
Rapuchu, go ahead. You have a minute.
Okay, well, this man, the Senate president, Goswira, I don't get honest but this is too much. Now, this man talked before, where Nigeria, they wonder. Say, they got to wine and dine. Nigeria got to adjust. They got to, do as they want. They got to eat. Nigeria got to, worry themselves. Something like that. Abi? This one now, where in CARICOM, I don't understand. The lady in question, maybe because we have been doing this and getting away with it. But this time around, as the woman have the courage to open up, because others might not open up. Open up our feeling. So I don't think he will get away with this one. We women come out and support I challenge women to come out and support
And
the
speak.
the toucher of a lady, you know,
Yeah. Thank
so that they win this case. And meanwhile, let Abio step out of the seat until the investigation is concluded.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. People, so I've heard everybody's point of view. Mine that I'm going to share with you. You see, when people say you should report, oh Lord. You see this strong Cecilia that you all know, this bullshit woman that fights, that takes on people's causes and fights for them and go on protest and is fearless, is unafraid, can stand on a pulpit and actually confront anybody. I can speak and address rooms full of faces. But you see, when I was consulting for a man, a big man in this country, he suddenly slaps my bum. He did. I froze. I couldn't say a word. Me and my bullshit self, we had been working together for a couple of months. Quite a while, actually, before that incident happened. So I'd never had any inclination that he was that way inclined. I'd never had a reason to feel uncomfortable around him. And this wasn't even just a tapo. It was like proper grab. I froze. You see, I didn't tell anybody. I actually parked, and this is me, that I'm very close to my sisters. It happened. I felt demeaned. I felt reduced. I felt disrespected. And it's so weird. I went into myself. I did. It took me a long time. It was something that was being said. I was discussing stuff with my sisters. Boom, that's when I remembered. So that's what happens. You see, women, we park it. We put it away. I didn't stop working with him. I continued. Yeah, granted, he didn't do it after that, because I think perhaps from the look on my face. But yeah, I continued till I finished the project. And then there was another one when I was much younger, much younger, before I moved to Nigeria. I was in his house. He was my then boyfriend's best friend, school friend, something. We were supposed to go, but we had booked our tickets, but unfortunately something happened. He couldn't go. I'm like, I'm going on holiday. He lived with his fiance. So what did I have to worry about? We had been talking to them on the phone. So I went. Fiance goes to work. She's a nurse. She does her thing. We get on very well. I still remember her name. It was Bridget. Lovely woman. One day I wake up in the morning. I've got my dressing gown on. I'm going downstairs to the kitchen. My room was on the mezzanine floor. I'm going downstairs in the kitchen to go and grab some cereal. And I see him, and and it was weird. I suddenly felt uncomfortable. So I pulled because I didn't expect anybody to be at home. I pulled my dressing gown around me. Normally, they're not at home at that time. And I went to sit down. I thought about sitting on the dining table. I just felt uncomfortable. You know, when you just feel uncomfortable. So I sat down, sat on the sofa, was eating my cereal. Next thing, this man jumps on me. I've been sending you signs. I'm thinking, you've been sending what signs? Here's me. I didn't have a clue. I didn't see anything. I did not. We fought. I'm telling you, I fought with all my strength. Because I fought with all my strength to stop him, he was not able to rape me that day. I was in my 20s. This was in America. when his girlfriend came back. In America, if you know the US, people come to their house through their garage doors. So they park their car in the garage, and the door that goes from the garage into the house is often left open because they would have locked the garage doors and everything. So when the wife came back, or his fiance, it was when she came back that she's knocking on the garage door. That's when I realized that, oh my God, he had locked the door between the garage and the house. Of course, at this time, I'd locked myself in my bedroom. I was trying to make calls to England. I was calling all my friends. I was able to get a friend of mine in Miami to say, I need to get out of here. This guy tried to rape me and I've got to get out of here. I need you to get me out. He's like, okay, where are you? I said, I don't know, whatever. I found an address, whatever. Anyway, he's the one that arranges for me. He buys me a ticket and all of that stuff to get out of there and go to Miami and leave to finish off my holiday. Guess who took me to the airport? The same guy who tried to rape me. Yes. And he was apologizing because the wife came in and she was screaming, why is this so locked? And he spent the whole journey to the airport saying, I'm sorry, Ireti. I didn't know. I thought you were getting the messages. What messages? Yeah. Yeah. So you see, most of you men that you think you know, you have not got a clue. There are so many, I can't even remember to go back into them. So many. Too many. Is it the one that doesn't slap your bum? I'm leaving work. I was working in BT at the time. I'm going home. I'm about to get in my car. And he says something about somebody that we work together. And I said to him, he said something. And I said, oh, where are you going? And he looked at me with that look that you cannot explain to anybody. Only a woman will know. With that look, and he said, take me straight to heaven, baby. What are you talking? You people don't have a clue. Let me read messages. Don't get me started like Mrs. Oboli said. You wouldn't have a clue. Good afternoon, Sisege. What is Akpabio allegedly using our national... Oh, gosh. That's a nonsense statement. I'm not going to finish reading that. I have every reason to believe Senator Natasha's accusations against Akpabio, following his history with women matters in the past. As a private practicing lawyer back in Lagos, even his friends accused him of chasing their wives and girlfriends. Allegedly. It was even worse when he became commissioner and later governor of Akwa Ibom, where his story with women, particularly those looking for contracts, was very openly known. Steve Ofere in Ijaniki. Thank you, Steve. That was allegedly, people. Allegedly. What have I got here? Hello, Sergey. What exactly are you doing? Must everyone agree with you? Why are you trying to shut down everyone with divergent opinions? Stop bullying people. You need to stop writing nonsense. I will correct you when you say the wrong word. She was not confessing. If you actually stayed in school or bothered to ask Google the difference between confession and testimony, you wouldn't be writing me this message. So instead of writing me this message, go to Google, go and ask what is the difference between a confession and a testimony, and then come back and apologize, but then it won't matter anymore because I would have gone. Yes, so Mrs. Akpabio, I have to read the other side of the story before we go. Mrs. Akpabio has been on, she was on TV. Let me read it to you. Bear with me. Right, Mrs. Akpabio was on TV. Breaking. Akpabio's wife denies sexual harassment claims, vows to pursue legal action against Senator Natasha. Very quickly, I will read it to you. Mrs. Ekaite Unoma Akpabio, the wife of Senator Godswill Akpabio, has rejected the sexual harassment allegations made against her husband by Senator Natasha Akbuti. In a recent interview, Mrs. Akpabio described the accusation as baseless fantasies, highlighting the previously amicable relationship between their families. She emphasized that the allegations are baseless, noting she was at her family's residence on December 8th, 2023, the alleged date. Remember I said, Natasha said the first one happened in December at his house. But Mrs. Akpabio was there. Natasha's husband too was there. So Mrs. Akpabio just confirmed she was there. Additionally, she highlighted the long-standing amicable relationship between their families, which predates Senator Natasha's marriage to her husband. Mrs. Akpabio commended her husband's integrity and family values, highlighting his long-standing support for women's inclusion in government. She urged women to refrain from spreading false allegations and vowed to pursue legal action regarding the matter. This is coming after Senator Natasha granted a live interview on national television alleging she was sexually harassed and victimized by Senator Akpabio. So here's the thing. I wonder if Mrs. Akpabio is aware of Joy Nune, the former MD of NDDC. I wonder if she had anything to say at the time. Does anybody remember? We can't talk about it because I'm out of time. I'd like to give you the last 1 minute. If you can talk very quickly. Let's talk. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Quickly.
Yeah. My name is Sunday, calling from Bariga.
Yes, go ahead.
We should be very, very careful before we say whatever we want to say. Because this is the game that, to my best knowledge, it doesn't have any meaning. If I approach a woman and she does not agree with me, then she should try to make sure that I need to be trapped down. And if a woman approach me,
down? You want her to trap you?
Listen, like when you call me and said, "Oh, come, I want to see you." If I have phone, then I will get it ready for recording. Whatever you say, we can sit down and discuss, and then I have.
Okay, we've got 20 seconds.
You understand?
Yeah, you have 18 seconds.
Yeah, I will record everything down. And if a woman wants to trap a man...
It's going to cut you off the line.
So also she can do, yes.
Okay, it's going to cut you off. It is going to system. It's going to cut you off. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be right back. I'll be back for Borderlines at 4 o'clock. Bye-bye, people.
More information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.